Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. Welcome to a classic pick a card reading on the topic of your person's thoughts and feelings for you. This is going to be a bit of a short reading. Unfortunately, I don't have that much time as I'm traveling at the moment and I'm having some doctor's appointments I need to really pay attention to because, yeah, things are a little bit weird and messy. But I wanted to take this opportunity to give you nonetheless a reading because I don't want to have too large of a gaps between my readings. And I know that you guys are always really curious and lovable people that really want to hear some clarity on your personal relationships. So I've selected 3 cards from the Intuition Oracle. It is this beautiful oracle over here. And I'm not going to tell you what these cards represent. I'm just going to show you the image. So we have this option for group 1. Okay, so you can just go by the colors, by what you see depicted in the image, maybe by the symbols. We see the butterfly, the ray of light, the expression of the people in the image. Yeah. So that's for you, group 1. This is your image. For you, group 2, we have this couple. And again, you can go by colors, symbols. We have some doves kissing over here. Just whatever floats your boat, whatever attracts you the most about this handsome couple. So that's your option, group 2. And now group 3, we have, again, another couple with another set of symbols, colors, and kind of a different vibe than the previous ones. We have here lotus flowers. Okay, and some birds. Yeah, so this is for you, group 3. I'm going to tell you at your specific pile what they mean, and each of these cards comes with an affirmation, something that could help you manifest a positive outcome in your love situation. So I highly recommend that you listen to the entire reading, and it's not going to be a really long one. It's not going to eat up too much of your time. I do hope that you're taking some time to go on a holiday. I hope that you'll be listening to this pick a card reading on your holiday. Thank you kindly for your likes, your subscriptions, your memberships. I really appreciate my members, and hopefully I will have time to upload some fresh content, fresh material in the coming week. We will see how things develop. As I said, I'm waiting on a medical diagnosis, and yeah, it's a bit of a trying period as I'm also booked for a couple of trips in which I want to explore my family heritage. Nonetheless, I remain open for personal readings. I can do them on the go. If you need any help with birth chart reports, synastry report, love reading, general reading, whatever floats your boat, my love, get in touch with me. The second link in the description box right underneath the membership options takes you to my website, and you can see everything that you need to know in order to book a reading with me. Feel free to send me an email and we can create your own reading. We can negotiate the time, the price, whatever you feel like would work best for you. I am open to suggestions. Okay, all this being said, I'm not gonna keep you waiting. Then let's jump straight and figure out the meaning of these cards and what your person feels and thinks about you. Hi group 1, welcome to your pick a card reading. Welcome my loves, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to find out what your person is thinking and feeling about you. So this is for those of you who are drawn to this image. Now I did say in the introduction, I will tell you what it represents at your specific pile. And here you have the partners. Okay, we're already off to a great start. And the affirmation is, I keep my word and put my partnership first in all ways. So we're dealing here with somebody who, dare I say, may want a long-term commitment with you. Somebody who wants to prioritize you. A partner, somebody who wants to put you first. Somebody who wants to communicate with you, trust you, build something together with you. Now, all this being said and done, let's see right now what the oracle cards are. Oh, you got the light attributes card. Okay, so this is a positive message, but it is also a blank message from the archetypes oracle. And it does represent the potential for something beautiful to emerge out of this connection, but it's still at the level of potential at the moment. We are dealing here with Magnolia. Wow, nobility and self-esteem. Magnolias are incredibly fragrant and elegant looking as well. So I feel like your person thinks that you smell good and you look good. I also feel that you may be thinking and feeling the same way about them. I don't know why I said it like that, but I think that your person thinks that you're very elegant. And yeah, you're very fragrant as well. We have maturity. You may be drawn towards somebody who's slightly older than you, or vice versa. You could be the older partner and this person is like, oh, I've always wanted to be with somebody who's more mature. Irrespective of age, I do feel like there is a sort of power imbalance between the two of you. One of you could earn more or be older or be more established. One of you could be like still getting a certificate, still in training, while the other one has already established themselves in terms of career and professional world. One of you could live in a resource-rich country, while the other one lives in a more resource-poor country. There is this imbalance there that you guys need to be careful of, because power differences can lead to the end of a beautiful love if you don't pay attention to them and you don't become aware of them. And I also have here the first house, and we see here vitality. And the first house is normally the house that represents our mask, our persona, the way we dress, the way we come across, the first impression that people find, of us. For example, you could be a Cancer first house person with a sun in Leo. So normally you're very confident and you're very charismatic and playful, but you come across as shy and sensitive and artistic and very much in touch with your soul and feelings. And you could dress in a more modest way than other Leos. So the first house is first impressions. I do get the feeling that we are dealing here with a connection that is incipient, which means right at the beginning. So it could be that this is a crush. You're here to find out more details about how this person feels for you, because you may have actually just met them. You could have just exchanged numbers with them or been on some sort of a date, a meeting, a hang up. In certain cases, I'm hearing a hookup. Okay, I see you, adventurous group 1. So your tarot cards are the following. We have here the Magician, skill. We also have here Page of Swords, education. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling that one of you is still working towards destroying my household, like my cats are doing at the moment. But you guys could be going through chaotic circumstances in the region where you live, and this love is distracting you from other dire social, economic, and political events. And my heart goes out to you, because love can definitely balance us out in times of extreme anxiety, stress, and violence. So I see here that this person is struggling to finish something related to their education. They could be a lifelong learner, so one of you could also have signed up for a course at a later point in life, like you always wanted to finish high school, or you always wanted to finish college or get a degree, and you finally signed up, you met this person, and now it's kind of like, interesting. Now let's see, the Fool, a new beginning in terms of love. And we also have here bravery, the Strength card. This person is beginning to develop very strong feelings towards you. We have Leo energy and Aquarius. You guys could be opposite signs on the zodiac wheel. You don't have to be Aquarius or Leos precisely, but you may have ascendants or Venus, Mars placements in these signs, maybe a moon sign as well. I'm definitely getting that this person thinks that they are a little bit besotted by you, like you put a spell on them. They feel that there's something magical about you. They feel like you're a very well-read and educated individual as well. They think that the way in which you speak could be improved in certain parts, maybe because you don't speak the same language that the person that you're crushing on speaks. One of you may be a native speaker and the other one could have had this particular language as a foreign language. So the language in which you communicate. But at the same time, your person sees that you are very witty and clever and you catch on very fast. You've got a mind that is working, that is alive, that is alert. So I clearly see that this person would like to invest their time, effort, energy, and maybe even a little bit of money into you, to take you out, to buy you some presents, to make you feel a little bit, like taken care of and spoiled. You are definitely dealing here with the potential for a partner. I am getting the energy of making sure that you don't sabotage this connection by running away from it. This connection will require a little bit of patience and slowly approaching one another, almost like with the same carefulness that you would approach a person that is older and requires some assistance when they move around. Maybe they need a cane, maybe they need a wheelchair, maybe they need to kind of hold on to you as they cross the street. That's kind of how you should approach this love connection. I know it sounds weird and totally not sexy, I completely agree, but some connections that show great potential, they need to be slowly nurtured. Almost like when you water the bud of a flower, you don't press on it, to get it to quickly bloom. You stay there patient, you give it light, you give it water, and you hope for the best. And in a couple of months, if you're lucky, then you have a really gorgeous flower that has bloomed, yeah? So this is the same vibe that I'm getting with this energy. You're definitely dealing here with a very strong parental vibe. Like this person may have been your parent in a past life, or this person has a come to mommy, come to daddy kind of vibe, which I feel that you find completely irresistible. This is completely your thing. And, you do you, boo. We're not here to judge. If this is what gets you off, if this is what turns you on, then God bless. I want to pull one more card because I'm hearing this police alarm outside. Sorry about that, I can't help it. I live in a very noisy city. And if you guys want me to move, then please order a lot of personal readings so I can save up enough money to move to the countryside. That is my dream, my hope, and my wish one day. Anyway, coming back, we have here the Page of Wands, invention. And all of a sudden the music in the background switched to a very saxophone kind of note. There is a lot of noise around this connection. A lot of people are gossiping. There could even be another person that wants to kind of butt into this connection. I feel that this could be another contender to your crush's heart. Or you may be afraid that if you let your person spend too much time by themselves and you don't tell them how you feel, you're afraid that somebody else is going to come and grab them. Wow, that saxophone music is so 80s, and it's so like body heat kind of vibe, Blade Runner, the original one. Oh my god. Yeah, how they used to make movies in the 80s when, Pluto and Leo was really strong. The generation of Pluto and Leo, but it was actually Pluto and Scorpio. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Coming back to this connection, I definitely feel that you guys are in a competition with somebody else, yeah? Your person doesn't necessarily want to put you in this situation. It's just that they are very open at the moment to relationships. You came along, they see you, they look at you, they have eyes for you. But just to let you know, there's another potential contender here that you should be aware of. I'm not telling you this to freak you out. I am just saying that it's important to use your antenna. Use your antenna, try not to gloss over important elements in your environment. And what you can do, the best way to approach a competitive situation is to have confidence in yourself that if you want your person, you're going to be with your person. Don't sell yourself short, don't self-sabotage yourself, and definitely communicate clearly with your person. Just tell them, I want to be with you. I want you to be in a relationship with me. I should be your number one priority. What do you think? And then you can do the Jess from New Girl thing with that will clearly put you ahead of the line. Anyway, I feel that this has been your reading. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet today. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you in my next one. I don't know when this will be because at the moment I'm being gentle with myself, like my therapist has recommended, and I'm putting out readings whenever I feel the need to put them out. So thank you kindly for listening. Thank you for your support. Please get in touch with me for a personal reading. I do offer those. And yeah, see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 2, hello loves, welcome to a pick-a-card reading in which we are going to explore the question, how is your person thinking and feeling about you? So this is for those of you who are drawn to this image, and I did say in the introduction I will reveal to you what this image means in your guiding affirmation. Well, you were drawn to the friend image. The affirmation, as you can see, is I am my own best friend and magnetize other loving friendships. Ouch. It could be that either you have friend zoned this person or this person may only see you as a friend. For the time being, don't click away. Stay. We've got things to talk about. You're here because you're curious and you're feeling something, and hopefully I'll be able to either validate or invalidate that. We'll see what comes up. So the friend energy, this is a situation that began very lukewarm for the both of you. And I'm definitely feeling that this is something that has been playing out for both of you for a couple of months. This is clearly not a new crush or a new person that you have just met. You have some history with this individual. I feel like you may have met this person when you were in a connection with somebody else, and then after you separated from that individual, you maintained contact with this person. This could be the friend of your ex, or an acquaintance of your ex, or somebody that worked with your ex, or a neighbor, somebody that may have lived with you guys at some point. And I feel like there is a certain tension there, a certain romantic tension that you would like to get some clearing on. And that's why you're here. So let's see the cards that you got. First of all, your oracle cards. Oh, tulip, friendship and gratitude. This used to be my favorite flower, but now I'm more of a dahlia kind of girl. So let us be grateful for the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Okay, so you can definitely imagine a fruitful, productive, kind of prosperous life together with this friend of yours. Yeah, tulip sends me thinking of Holland. Either you or your person could have some roots in Holland. You could be Dutch, you could be Flemish, yeah, the Netherlands. You may come from that region, someplace over there, or a Dutch speaking part of Belgium. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know why, but I'm also getting Canary Islands. Maybe you took a trip there, you would love to travel there with your person, or your person recently came back from a trip to the Canary Islands. I see here with the color of the tulip, we see this orange and yellow. There is a lot of sexual attraction. There's like this steamy, unspoken desire to be with each other, and it's mutual. If you're feeling it, your person is feeling it as well. They aren't exactly your person yet, they're just friends or acquaintances, but you are already thinking about crossing that boundary, and you may be wondering whether it's safe to do so or not. The gratitude card does tell me that if you keep a positive mindset in this connection, you are going to manifest something beautiful. So let's see the other cards. We have here inner peace. Oh, this is beautiful. Usually we get to experience a lot of inner peace when we meet a soulmate, when we meet somebody that is good for our developing soul pattern this lifetime, such as when a person appears in our life and they have their sun, their moon, or their ascendant conjunct our north node placement. So check in your birth chart in which house and which sign do you have your north node, and check, if you can, your crush's birthday. Yeah, see if there is any match there. And if you're struggling with that, get in touch with me, because I can help you with birth charts readings and synastry reports as well. Coming back to this after some self-promotion, I definitely feel that this is a really good connection for you. Okay, so hands down, if we are to get to the meat of the situation, to the bones of this problem, although it's a sweet problem to have, crushing on somebody, crushing on your best friend, this is, oh, in certain cases, why did I say best friend? For some people, it's just an acquaintance, a friend of your ex, but for others of you, this is your best friend. It could be your first relationship, and that's why you've got the jitters. You're like, should I transform my best friend into my lover? But I don't want to lose them, right? There is that risk. But would life be worth living if we wouldn't take risks? Think about that. Would you rather live with the regret that you haven't done something, or with the regret that you've done it and it failed? I would rather live with the latter, considering that in the process of it failing, you can also have some beautiful memories and some moments of pleasure, and you will definitely grow and learn from the experience. So, coming back to this is a good, positive person for you. The energy is really wonderful, and I definitely feel you may be kind of testing the waters with a potential romantic soulmate. That's why this person lingers in your life even after the ex, in the case in which that resonated with you, has left already. So we have here, the fourth house, home. And home in this context can be understood as the space in which you live, but the fourth house, psychologically speaking, is, first of all, where you come from, your roots, your ancestry, your DNA code, your genetics. And it is also your body, because the only real vessel that we get to inhabit and feel like it's our home here, if you believe in this idea that we are souls as well as bodies, is our incarnated self, right? People can take away your home. Disasters, natural problems, wars, conflicts can destroy a place in which you live. And usually places in which we live aren't necessarily homey, or they don't feel like our homes, right? Sometimes we just rent a place and it feels weird to live there. So the fourth house is about how we feel safe, who makes us feel safe, how we feel protected, and how we feel relaxed and at home. It's also the house of being yourself. Behind closed doors, who are you, right? So that's the vibe. It's the house ruled by sensitive Cancer. It's a lot about mothering, fertility, nurturing yourself, feeling compassionate with yourself and other people. So I definitely feel that this person inspires all of these feelings inside of you. I mean, this is such a sweet energy. The gentle tulip, the inner peace card, the home card, the fourth house. There could be some Arabic roots. I don't know why, but this glass motif, all the intricate details, kind of remind me of doorways and decorations in Morocco, in Libya. So maybe this person could have some sort of roots from the northern part of Africa, the coast part, or the southern part of the Mediterranean, however you choose to see it geographically. I'm a little bit speechless, I have to say. This is so soft. Like, I just want to rest in it. Like, you know, want to put my head on your person's shoulder, which I think is something that you want to do as well, you know. And I'm not saying this that I want to kind of steal your person in any way. Don't worry. It's kind of like I'm empathizing with your energy. I don't even know your person. So we have here the seeker. So this is you. This is part of our spiritual community. We are all seekers here. But in this connection, I see that the light attributes are thirst for wisdom and truth. And the shadow attribute is inability to commit to a path. Oh, okay. So I think that the cards are calling you out a little bit, group 2. I feel like even though this person could be really good for you as, you know, as a lover, and you may be brave enough to take the leap to transform this connection from just friendship into something more romantic, I kind of have a feeling you may run away from the situation as soon as it gets too intimate, too deep, and too committed. Almost like it will suffocate you. There is a fear of commitment here, a fear of getting close to somebody or of allowing somebody to know you really well. That's why you could have Aquarius placements in your chart, especially in your Venus, in your Sun, or your Moon. So that's why a friendship seems to be more appropriate. It's kind of like you feel this person very close, even though they are just your friend. And there is that slight fear that if we are to engage into something more romantic, more sexual, although it could be pleasurable in the moment, it may be more difficult to sustain at the level of me being vulnerable with this person 24/7. And that's where you need to hone in a little bit and do some inner work in order to find that calm and that peace, to be able to open yourself up and to be truly vulnerable with this friend that may very soon turn into a lover. So let me give you more clarity, because you're here for that. Will this friend turn into a lover? Or will you guys keep it at the level of, you know, just a lukewarm, cozy friendship? So we have here the Five of Pentacles, insecurity. Low self-worth. running away from what's good for you. Oh, I know the story very well. We have here the Tower, transformation. Yeah, something drastic will have to happen in this situation. I feel like you built a friendship on a lot of sexual attraction. That's why you're both kind of pining for each other. I'm not saying that you can't be friends, but it's kind of like you really need to process this sexual tension between the two of you, because I feel like it's quite intense. And it's going to blow up in your faces in a big conflict if you guys are not dealing with it in more pleasurable, creative, intimate ways, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of like your friendship will meet a boiling point at some point in the future, and you will have an argument with this person because there are so many pent-up desires that if you don't put them into words, if you don't manifest them, if you don't confront them and speak about them, they will lead to the end of your friendship anyway. So by being intimate with your friend, by confessing your feelings, by trying to transform them into a romantic partner, you're not going to lose anything because the friendship is already kind of doomed. Because I see that there is a lot of sexual tension between the two of you. If you would have had a lot of things in common but no like physical chemistry, then yeah, I would have said stay in this friendship. It's really good for you guys. But I feel like you guys have that sexual tension and you need to do something with it. It's Mars energy. You need to put it into motion somehow. Because if not, it's going to boil, and then explode, you know? So we also have here the Wheel of Fortune, karma. So definitely you're dealing here with somebody that you may have something to pay towards, symbolically speaking. You may need to break this person's heart, or they may need to break your heart a little bit, or you may need to have a tough conversation with them about jumping from a friendship to a more like romantic situation. I definitely feel that you both feel, and you have felt this instant familiarity with each other and this feeling of responsibility, like something is weighing on your shoulders, you know? Yeah. I'm just a little bit like there's a lot of conflict here. There's a lot of conflict because one of you is fighting with themselves. And yeah, you could hear a lot of noises in the background. I can't help it. I'm sorry, boo. This is just what Bucharest is at the moment. Madness. So Jupiter and Mars, I'm kind of getting that you would love to be with this person, but you don't have the courage to do it. That's what I'm getting. Okay, that I'm gonna be very open and forward with you. Like you're getting, I feel like you may start sweating profusely, or you may get like a lump in your throat, or it's like uncomfortable for you. Like dealing with this situation in an intimate, deep, mature way is a little bit uncomfortable, and you may just want to keep it as a friendship. Some of you are looking forward to this Tower moment. You're kind of curious to see what conflict will happen, like what will the conflict be about. While others of you are just going to continue pushing forward as you guys have been pushing forward. But gradually the energy between the two of you is going to change because you were meant to come together as friends, transform the connection by having this really important moment of destruction and rebuild. And if you don't live up to this karmic responsibility, the connection is just going to become resistant. The Wheel of Fortune is going to stop. The luck that you felt, the happiness, that feeling of lightheartedness, like we have so many things in common, we can do so much, is going to gradually fade away. You're going to start to feel bored, disenchanted, upset with each other, at loggerheads. So you've got the potential right now to take this connection and transform it into something more. I'm here to let you know that if you do that, you are not going to lose anything, and that it is part of your spiritual development for you to take control and to transform this friendship into a love connection. It's up to you. If you leave it, it will gradually continue as a friendship, but it will end. It will create a moment of argument between the two of you, and after that it will gradually lose its energy. It will lose its focus. And I feel like your person feels this. I feel like they are already on the precipice of kind of building up this conflict energy. One of you definitely feels that the situation can no longer continue the way that it has been. Emotions are developing. And if you don't put them into motion, because as you guys know, it's emotion, then it's going to lead to something falling back upon itself. And that's going to be your friendship. I hope this helps. I don't know, comment and let me know what you think. If you want me to look at your specific circumstances, because you know that this is a general reading, then please let me know. I would be happy to help you out. Thank you kindly for listening, and take care. I'll see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 3, welcome to your pick a card reading. I'm really happy that you're here with me. So this is a reading in which we're going to suss out your person's feelings and thoughts about you. And this is for those of you that were drawn to this image. I did say in the introduction, I will tell you at your pile what it means. So here is the meaning, the lovers. And the affirmation is, I attract love, abundance, success, happiness, and fulfillment. Beautiful, okay? So I can already see that you guys have the potential to really make this a love story that people will remember you by. I'm getting Wuthering Heights kind of vibes. As you can see, these two individuals seem that they are somewhere on a hill and the elements are like blowing their hair magnificently. Like a really passionate old school romance. The lovers does say that you guys came together through divine providence, that this connection is protected by angels and the divine, that it was a lucky moment of serendipity, a happy accident when you guys came together. It also talks about having a duty to fulfill in this connection, one towards the other. And you may even glorify this with some wedding vows further along the line. But let's not jump ahead of ourselves. I definitely feel that if you are drawn to this specific image, you are very much in a connection with the person who has fallen in love with you. So let's see the cards that you got. Oh, of course, things never should be easy, right? So we have here the trickster energy. Yeah, this is Mercury, Gemini, low-key energy. We have light attributes, transcending conventions, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Okay, that's good. But the shadow attribute is manipulating others through duplicity. So you could be dealing here with somebody who could be a little bit on and off, unpredictable, Uranian. Yeah, so maybe ruled by Uranus or with some heavy Aquarius placements. A person who could be brilliant and super into this connection one moment, and the next moment their attention is distracted. It's kind of like, ooh, new shiny toy. Not necessarily that the toy is another person. It could just be another interest, another conversation, another family member that needs help. Somebody that constantly makes you feel like you are not really this person's priority, like this person has many priorities, one on top of the other. They may need to clean up their personal life. We also have here forget-me-nots. Well, the good part, I do want to say something about the trickster, is that the trickster is not possessive or jealous. So this is not a person that's going to get into a crazy rager about where you were last night. You know, they allow you your space and your freedom. And that could be something that maybe some of you out there who had more jealous and crazy partners in the past would appreciate. We have here, speaking of crazy partners, forgive me, Scorpios. We have here forget-me-nots, and we see that the Latin word is myosotis scorpioides, and that's why I kind of say that this is the card, the plant, the herb of Scorpio. It does look like the constellation of Scorpio if you look very closely. And the keywords are eternal memories. The best thing in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. So definitely somebody that you could have had a moment, an episode in the past, and now this person somehow, through a conjuncture of events, is coming back. You could be listening to this particular reading, not when I release it, but at the corresponding Mercury retrograde, or Venus retrograde as well. And I see here that as you are returning to my channel and watching some of the readings I recently placed out, I feel like you're also going to be doing the same with this person. You're going to be reevaluating your connection with them. I feel like with this person, there is some unfinished business, yeah? There is this trickster, delightful, lighthearted energy, but there is also this energy of, I want you, slightly possessive, slightly jealous, slightly mind, body, and soul, you know? Yeah, it's Gemini and Scorpio vibes. Maybe this person is a sun in Gemini with the moon in Scorpio. I also see here with the garden, we have the number 15. This is a connection in which you feel like all things are possible. And that's why you really enjoy being with this person. I also feel that the Gemini and Scorpio energy is kind of like, there is this lightheartedness, but there is also this commitment. And it's interesting because the Lover's card is the card of Gemini in the tarot. It is the card of a big decision that needs to be made. And for some reason, my big toe on my right foot, I always mix them up, is kind of hurting me. Like there's some pressure. Really strange, because earlier I did my pedicure and it was all okay. But yeah, maybe your person has hurt their toe, or you may hurt their toe. Ouch. When you're watching this reading, please be careful, yeah? With the garden, coming back to this energy, so you believe that you have everything in this connection, everything that you wanted, right? A lighthearted conversationalist, you know, a partner that can communicate with you about everything under the moon and the stars, somebody that kind of makes you laugh, has a cheeky, playful sense of humor, but also somebody that is able to take things seriously when the situation demands it, somebody who's able to be loyal and kind of ruthless in protecting you. So I definitely see potential. There's great growth here, and you guys could even end up tying the knot and going to the aisle together, yeah? I also think that you both are very similar. So whatever fault you find in your partner, you also have it. That's your shadow side. And whatever qualities you really love about your partner, you also have them as well. You can also be quite ruthless and savage when the situation requires it. You also have a witty sense of humor. You're also quite sparkly and exciting. So loving this person is a great exercise in loving yourself. And we have here progressions, the journey. I'm getting a couple of messages with this card. One of them is the fact that maybe this person is traveling at the moment. You could be separated. There could be a long distance connection between the two of you. You may be living on different continents in different countries. I'm also getting that you will soon join each other for a trip, a travel. Maybe you booked a holiday spot someplace. Some of you are already thinking about your holiday, your honeymoon holiday. Yeah. Others of you, I feel like you need to travel to be with this person to tell them how you feel. And time is ticking. For some reason, some of you feel like there is a pressing deadline approaching. Maybe you want to lock this connection down before the next season, or before you begin something else that is of importance in your life. And in order for you to begin the next phase, you need to have your personal and private life somehow settled. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. I feel like you may have been, some of you, okay, just some of you may have worked for a company where you met this person in the past, you quit your job, you tried to do something else, and now another opportunity to do a different type of job but in the same company is appearing. You're going to apply for it, and then you're going to come back in contact with that person, but this time, although you're working for the same company, you will no longer be working as part of the same team on the same project. So you will see each other, but not as frequently as you used to, but still it's going to be this point of remembrance and reminiscing. Wow, so many cards. Okay, so we have here 3 of Swords, heartbreak. Oh, we also have here 3 of Pentacles, excitement, 3-3. I actually started my day by pulling a card from the Oracles of Bones, and I got the 3-3 card, which represented the beast. So that's really interesting. Anyway, coming back to this, 4 of Pentacles, we have here control, and we have here 7 of Swords, deceit. what is going on here? Because on some level, this is a really good connection, but on the other hand, it's kind of like you both don't trust each other enough. You've got big trust issues, both of you. So you are very good for each other. You could be great life partners, but your own intelligence, it's kind of the same qualities that bring you together, pull you apart. And we are getting the saxophone music again in the background, which also appeared for group 2, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a need here to control. You want to control the situation. You want to control the narrative, your next date, how this connection is going to move. And this person is doing the same to you. But if both of you are coming at the situation with control rather than surprise and a free-flowing, detached attitude, you're going to suffocate this love. And I think either you, like one of you, is suspecting the other one of cheating on them. Like, I can't be with this person completely, although I want to with all my heart, but I am afraid that they are going to cheat on me. I don't trust them fully. I cannot leave them alone, or I cannot have long distance connection with them because they're too charming, they are too charismatic, and they're just going to end up cheating on me. I do want you to keep in mind that these fears of another partner cheating on you are, first of all, self-sabotage. And second of all, they could also be projections of your own desire to cheat on your partner. Your own desire to safeguard your freedom and independence and not wanting to completely commit to the connection. Yeah, so keep that in mind. We also have this 3 of Pentacles again, a connection at work. Excitement. You guys may have met at work, through work. You work together, and that's how the connection started. And deceit. There could have been like a betrayal that you may have experienced. Maybe this person told on you. Maybe they wrote you a nasty report, even though you thought that you guys were friends, that there was something flirty happening between the two of you. Maybe you saw your person holding hands with somebody else at work, or flirting in the same way that they did with you. Like, they exchanged phone numbers with you. You thought, oh my God, this is great. And then you saw them in the lunchroom doing the same thing with another colleague. And you completely felt heartbroken and you pulled back from this connection. But there is this opportunity of coming back together, because I definitely feel that you guys are somehow meant to be. With the Lovers card, it's like you're fated. Yeah. So you're meant to be to come together, but you are both quite prideful individuals and you need to sort out your issues. Exactly like Elizabeth and Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights. Sorry, was it Elizabeth or Kathy? Sorry, I'm confusing Pride and Prejudice. It's Kathy and Heathcliff, yeah, Wuthering Heights. So I definitely feel that going together on a trip could really help you hash out your differences. I don't know if you guys have the opportunity to do something like this. I don't know if you trust each other enough to be in the same car together, in the same room together. You're afraid of what might happen. But I am getting a feeling that in spite of this trickster energy, of the fact that you don't feel like you can fully trust this person, there is this stickiness that you have towards them. They cannot forget you. They cannot forget you. This connection still has a lot more growth to do. You've got so much to explore and experience. And your person, although they may enjoy controlling you, although they may have deceived you, although they felt heartbroken when you walked away, they definitely still feel excited when they think of you. And as the music is fading in the background, I feel like I should end the reading here. Thank you kindly for listening to me. Thank you for appreciating this short reading with only 3 options. This is because I'm traveling a lot in this period and I'm also not feeling so well. I will tell you guys something around the full moon in Capricorn live once I get more information, because I don't want to frighten you before that. But thank you for being here. It means the world to me. And thank you for being part of the Spiritual Social. If you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, I do offer those. And yeah, in the meantime, if this is where I leave you, then take great care of yourself wherever in the world you are. And I'll see you next time.